live now.
God.
All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Allah Akimah that's doing the work with sincerity and charity, with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. All right. Yeah, man. Lord willing, we got a good lesson lineup. Lord willing, it be edifying and serve with purpose. All right. The most high place in the brother spirit, you know, to go into this article, and bring out the edification to edify the elect. All right. All right, brother, you got it.
God. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yeah, man. This lesson, okay, what I'm gonna get into is entitled Behold, this devil reveals his plans. Okay. Now in this article, okay, we can show you where they make their tongues, okay, to fall upon themselves. Okay. So before we get into this article, all right, let me just share a few things. Okay, we know that prophecies are unfolding even as we are speaking right now. Okay, even as we brothers in the great millstone, okay, all around the four winds are pushing this truth. Okay, right now prophecies are being unfolding. Okay, we are seeing the one world ID. Okay, with Bill Stinking Gates going to try to release. Okay, the CBDCs, what we've been speaking on. Okay, for the past few years now. All right, World War III is imminent. Okay, we know that gotta happen. Okay, all these things gotta take place before our big brother Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ, return. Okay, Crown Royal. Okay, which we still in that. All right, now they're getting ready to release Crown Royal Part 2 or 2.0. Okay, exactly, with lockdowns. Okay,
Right, and they have this mosquito thing called the dengue fever. I was watching the news the other day. They saying we have 84 cases or 86 cases, positive cases with dengue fever. One death so far. All right, now they also saying too that the Bahamas ain't qualified for a dengue vaccine as yet. But ultimately we know that's coming.
gun.
All right, another thing, because over there in Honduras, that's something they have like every year, right? But now this time around, they say they're growing some mosquito to combat that. To attack these other mosquitoes with carrying that virus.
Yeah,
I said, boy,
boy.
you could see some shit, boy.
Why you tell me?
One time ago, they already released billions of those bionic mosquitoes already.
You right?
They had numbers attached to them.
Gun. Yeah, Bill Gates them released them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and continue on as the brother said. Well, they trying to they saying that Bahamas didn't qualify for a juice. Okay, to combat this dengue. Okay, and a few years back, we had the dengue fever a couple of years ago. Okay, and that made plenty people sick. But I don't know. I can't remember if that had killed anybody. Okay, but I know that was going around.
Right, and like the brother God's the one to say, man, throwing out them old tin with water, ties and then, that can't do nothing because this is all the will of the Lord.
And that's it.
All right.
And that's the first thing they tell you, man. Throw them old tires with water in it. Throw them out. You know what I mean? Like that can stop anything. Okay. You have farming. Okay, engineered farming. All right. Disasters, which we're seeing right now over in what that place named Morocco?
Morocco.
Okay, right.
Yeah, Libya as well.
You know, all it is disasters. Okay, what is happening? Okay, also there are plagues with the Most High is bringing. Okay, and when you really look at it, okay, this just shows that we someone out here, because going back to Egypt before we were delivered, okay, the Most High bring these same things upon that land. Okay, all right. You have the sea up right now. We have the sea up, the subdermal. Okay, it just ain't being made mandatory as yet. All right, death and destruction. Okay, and more death and destruction to come your way. All right. So right now, as the brother stated last week, that the BRICS, okay, pulled over 2 billion out of US dollars out of circulation. Okay, and all of these is prophecies. All right. China right now, as we speak, China right now, okay, have Taiwan surrounded with what, 140 warships. Okay, and 50 and 50 select 140 warplanes and 50 warships. Okay, so China is getting ready to take Taiwan. Okay,
Wars and rumors of wars.
man, this is what the scriptures say. Okay, and we can get that precept, brother. You could hold that precept on that. Matthew 24. Okay, and then on top of that, you have King Jong-un and Putin. Okay, had to sit down a few weeks back, maybe about 2 weeks back somewhere. Okay, to discuss what they're discussing: weapons, war weapons. Okay, such as nuclear-powered ships. Okay, submarines, nuclear-powered.
They would find that a submarine, that Russian submarine, they say so-called disappear. The one who could lie dormant underwater for long periods of time. They never find it, right?
No, but no. I think that was a unmanned sub, or a drone. You ain't find that, man.
Why?
Putting them nowhere, right where that is, man.
Man, that's it. They just say about controlling it.
Yeah.
You see? So, hey, this thing, all right, prophecies, as we say, unfolding. All right? And this all shows that we soon out of here. Our big brother Yahushua soon come to deliver us. All right? The scriptures tell us that nation will rise against nations, wars and rumors of wars. Okay? Brother, you could bring that out. And somebody can get Isaiah 55 and 11.
This is Matthew 24, down to verse 3.
Yeah, son.
And as he sat, Matthew 24 and 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto him, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
God, you see that? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Okay, and that's what we're hearing about. That's what we're seeing. We're watching these things on TV. Okay. I came prophesying about this all around the 4 winds. Okay. But Yahushua say, see that you be not troubled. Okay, don't let these things bother you. Don't be shaken up by these things. Okay, because guess what? We know these things have to happen. Okay, before we be delivered. All right. The scriptures tell us, man, we would suffer many things. Okay. Read on verse 7 and 8.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
God, You see that? For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. Okay, famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, as the brother Kazwan brought on his lesson earlier this morning. Okay, 10 seconds. You see the damage the Most High did? Thousands of people killed. You see what I'm saying?
Done. And if I could say this too, right, concerning the earthquake, as I was sharing with the Akim them, you know, when you go into the earthquake, you know, the first time we had an earthquake, you know, was when the Mosai parents, you know, on Mount Sinai, you know, when the children of Israel tell Moses, "Hey, look, your wing and deal with you, we will deal with the Most High." But after the Most High presence, you know, came upon the mountain, you know, and that was right. The rest they changed their right, right. That's what we had an earthquake. So earthquake always when you see an earthquake happen, that's one with the Most High appearance. All right, two. The next earthquake we had is with Korah. All right, when the earth opened up and swallowed them, that was the earthquake.
Done.
All right. Another earthquake is dealing with miracles. All right, when I think Acts chapter 16 and verse 26, if I'm not sure, goes into that. All right, it says when the earth shake, you know, and that's when the bars. All right, when Peter was locked up and all of that.
Done.
All right, so it's always the appearance, judgment, and miracles. All right, now Yahweh Shai, okay, speaks about earthquakes in diverse places. All right, and the apostles them going into this some years ago. All right, and they break it down. All right, they speak about how you know you have Esau and these different heathens, you know, extracting that oil, you know, from out of the earth. Okay, and they give an example of using a car. Okay, you have the different parts within the car. Okay, these metal parts. All right, and what's keeping that quiet? That oil. Okay, because you got to remember now the earth is spinning on its axis or whatever that's called.
Done. Access.
Right. All right, and when you pull oil out of that, or if your car leaking oil, what can happen? It can begin to make noise, and you can start to get that friction.
Done.
All right, and we have what you call tectonic plates in the earth. All right, so it would give this friction, and you know that would cause the earthquakes in these different parts of the earth.
That being said, too, it could also be the how come the earth says what? Because if you're using the example of an engine, you remove oil and that friction starts to build up. Friction creates heat. See? And
Right.
we've hit record numbers this year alone with the earth being so hot.
Done. All right, so I just thought that you know I would mention that after I see the brother going into the earthquake, which was a beautiful lesson. Shalom on the comment board, Yah Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakudash Brakata.
Done.
You got it, brother.
Done. So yeah, man. Hey, the Most High said that his word would go forth, and it would not return back unto him void. Okay, so everything, okay, you see happening. Okay, the Most High said it would happen. All right, and this is the way before we be delivered. Okay, these things gotta happen. All right, Jake, the average Jake, okay, but yeah, walking up and down, okay, doing whatever. All right, they don't know what's going on. Okay, they don't know what the hell's going on. All right.
This is book of Isaiah chapter 55 and 11. So shall thy word be that goeth forth out of thy mouth, out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Done. It shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Okay, so when you go back to Matthew 24 and 6 and 7, all right, Yahweh Shai said that these things would happen. Yahweh Shai is the word of the Lord. Okay, according to John 1 and 14.
Done.
Okay, go to Isaiah 40 and 8, brother.
Book of Isaiah 40 and 8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our power shall stand forever.
Can. That will stand forever. Okay, you can't change that. Okay, Like Pastor Pork Chop, Deacon Bacon, and Reverend Ham, they will try to change it and say it's something else.
Right? The word of the Lord is tried 7 times, man.
You see? All right. So yeah, man. King Jong-un and Putin. Okay, they had that sit down, or the brother say that summit. Okay, they basically trading with each other. If you look at it, okay,
There's our allies.
and these allies exactly. Okay, and the Lord said that Putin would be an allies. Putin would be a God unto them. You see? So what King Jong-un really want from Putin is satellite communication or something to that effect. Well, anyhow, the brother he can give you the breakdown of it. Okay, going into all right.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that's from end time. King Jong sit down with North Korea sit down with Russia.
All right. All right, this is the article. All right, it's from endtimeheadlines.org. All right. It says Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, plans to travel to Russia this month to meet with President Vladimir V. Putin to discuss the possibilities of supplying Russia with more weaponry for its war in Ukraine and other military cooperation, according to American and allied officials.
Done. All right. Now notice Babylon and it won't be in everything, according to American officials and sources and all that. Okay. So this article, this was about 2 weeks back. Okay. Or almost 2 weeks back. All right. Read on.
All right. It says, in a rare foray from his country, Kim. In a rare foray from his country, Kim will travel from Pyongyang, North Korea capital, probably by armored train to Vladivostok. Slovakia, if I pronounce that wrong. I don't speak Russian. On the Pacific coast of Russia, where he would meet with Mr. Putin. The official said Mr. Kim could possibly go to Moscow, though that is not certain.
Read on.
All right, it says Mr. Putin wants Mr. Kim to agree to send Russia artillery shells and anti-tank missiles, and Mr. Kim would like Russia to provide North Korea with advanced technology for satellites, nuclear-powered submarine, the official said. Mr. Kim is also seeking food aid for his impoverished nation.
Gun. All right. So you see the trade-off. Okay. Russia wants artilleries and Kim want resources, right? Okay. And food and all that, which is resources. Okay. All right. So what you think gonna happen? All right. See, down there in Korea, okay, they make a lot of weaponry. Okay. And this is why now Putin he wants this type of weaponry and artillery, okay, for the war. Okay.
Done. It's from the comment board, Kazawan Qam Yasharahla, Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared, and be prepared for thyself, thou and all the company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a God unto them. All right, speaking about Russia. All right, linking up with Persia, Iran, and then Africa, Northern and Central Africa. All right. So that's why you see all of that happening over there and all with those African countries. All right, because they want the French out of there. Okay.
You know that.
Now they turn into Putin, of which that's all prophecy anyhow. All right. Gaza wants Kim say, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's it. That's essentially what he's saying.
That's it.
All right.
Done. All right. So before we get into this article, the main article, okay. Well, we know the scripture says that they would make their own tongue to fall upon them. Okay, to fall upon themselves. Okay, and this article you can see, whereas these devils, okay, is gonna tell you exactly what time it is, okay, or what's coming. All right, let's get Psalm 64. You can take it at the top, brother.
Psalms chapter 64, starting at the top. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
God, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Well, we know ultimately the wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, according to Malachi 1 and 4. Okay, from the insurrection, which is the tumultuous crowd. Okay, read on.
Verse 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
God, and that's these devils them. Okay, the elites of the world. All right, they've been speaking about world depopulation for years. Okay, all right, read on.
Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
God, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Okay, Jacob was given the law, statutes, and commandments. The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, we know that righteousness is perfect. Okay, and we know that the scriptures say that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, so ultimately, what this devil is doing, okay, he's doing everything according to what the Most High want him to do. Okay, to aim at the Israelites. Okay.
Right, the scriptures say Jacob is a plain man dwelling in tents. When you look up that word plain, that goes into being perfect. Beautiful, lacking nothing.
Exactly.
I have a precept.
All right, bring the precept, brother.
Okay, this is Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Okay. He shewed his words unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any other nation. And as for his judgment, he had not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Done. All right, so only the nation of Israel, the Most High, showed his word unto. Okay, whom he had chosen out of 18 nations out of this world. Okay, that's it. All right, read on.
Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Gone. So who does sound like? Ain't that sound like these devils? The so-called white man? Always privily. Okay, they gathered themselves together. Okay, according to the Micah 2, 1 and 2. Okay, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. Okay, you know what I mean? All right, they created that system harp. Okay, which is the false miracle. All right, they created Crown Royal. They created AIDS. Okay, all these different sickness. Okay, all right, just so they could say, look here, depopulate the earth. All right, chemtrail and all that.
They're going to cut down the trees.
Okay.
Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
God, and the heart is deep. Okay, showing you where their thoughts are. Okay. All right. In this article, okay, there's a video to it. Okay, showing you how that they said years back then that the world is overly populated, and if they don't try cut back now, they would not be able to control it. All right.
The Most High created the earth to be inhabited. How could it be
You know?
where they so wicked? If everyone in the world only took what they needed, there'll be more than enough and abundant.
That's it.
But right now, the earth, they're out of whack, they're out of balance. Because the wicked things do it.
That's it. All right. Read on.
Verse 7. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider of his doings.
Done. All right. Read verse 10.
The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory.
Done. The righteous being us who hope to be a part of the elect. Okay. All right. So you see, the point was in verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Okay. All that see them shall flee away. Okay. In this article, we can show you that out Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, okay, is going to reveal some things unto you, okay, which the whole world didn't even know. Okay. The masses, all right, didn't even know what's going on right now. Okay. So you have this Edomite, okay, on his dying bed, reveal some things. Okay, because he was a former CIA. Okay. And how the elites basically program him. Okay, just to kill and forget. All right.
All right. That's the article. CIA agent confesses on deathbed. Billions will die in 2024.
God, you see that? Confess on his deathbed. Billions will die in 2024. Okay, but we will see. Okay, we will see.
All right. In the final months of his life, former CIA agent Joseph Spencer gathered his family and told them that he had many secrets he needed to share with them, with the world, in the form of a deathbed confession.
God. Now this person, what is say his name is?
Joseph Spencer.
Joseph Spencer. Okay, the same person few years back confessed that he killed Bob Marley. Okay, by poisoning him or give him what the sickness? One sickness he give him anyhow. Cancer, right? Okay. He said he confessed to say, man, like he's the one would kill Bob Marley, and he tell you in the article, he tell you exactly how he did it. All right.
All right. It says at the time he was dismissed by many as a conspiracy theorist, peddling far-fetched theories about secret societies and their plans for humanity. In 2023, his deathbed confession is gaining attention because everything he predicted is happening as we speak, like clockwork, on one chilling prediction after another.
Gone. All right. So who puts these things in him to speak? Okay. That Job 33, 14 and 16, 14 to 16. Okay. In the article it say he predicted these things one after the other.
It's Job 33 and 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man.
Done. All right. So now we see that the Most High sealed your instruction for the next day. Okay. That shows that you don't have no free will. Okay. He didn't know he's gonna do these things. Okay. When he fall asleep in the night. We don't know what we can do tomorrow. We may say we can do this or we can do that. Even if we say Lord will. All right. The Most High have other plans. That's it. You see, like we say, you will make the Most High laugh. Tell him what your plans are. All right.
All right. It says the former CIA agent predicted some key things, including the pedophilia and child trafficking epidemic, the elite's obsession with depopulation, chemtrails, alien disclosure, and what he described as a modified flu virus that would have been unleashed on humanity by the psychiatric elite. Elite. Oh, yeah. Or psychotic.
Gone. Do that next little line, see?
Well,
The next little.
all right. Does any of this sound familiar?
Gone. You see? So in this article, he give you a list of things which basically he projected. Okay. All right. He give you a list. Okay. And all of these are plagues from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. Somebody get a second address 15 and 5 and verse 8. Second address 16 and verse 5 and verse 8. Yeah. Okay. But in this article, it can get even more better. Okay.
The second address 16 and verse 5. It reads, plagues are sent unto you, and what a seed that may drive them away. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may one quench the fire in the stubble when it had begun to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is short of a strong archer. The mighty Lord Yahweh send the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Can. And who is you that you can drive these plagues away? As the guy predicted. Okay. So when you even read different books of different authors, okay, or other people, they wrote of these same things. Okay. All right. All of these things, what they wrote off, okay, are coming to pass. Okay. A lot of wicked Israelites who know what time it is. Okay, who saw some, but the only way they could express themselves is through books. Okay, because when you go on YouTube taking on everything. Okay, they're censoring everything.
Done.
Even search for certain words now, boy.
Exactly.
Done. The brother posts Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Right. All right, and that's this devil. Okay.
All right. It says, but his predictions don't stop there. And his prediction for the year 2024 that are shocking those who are familiar with his work.
Gone. So guess what? This shows that he has a history of prediction that has come to pass. Okay. All right. Those who know his work. Okay. Those who know what he already predicted had come to pass. Okay, because they label him as a conspiracy theorist. Okay. Just like they labeling us. Okay. But everything what he said come to pass. All right. Because you know how these devils go. The elites, they will say, man, people will say, man, he crazy. Let him be. Because the world ain't gonna believe him. Okay. But yet everything he said that what they's gonna do, it happened. All right.
Yeah, it says Spencer began by describing the process whereby he was recruited to turn into a CIA super soldier with a mandate to kill and forget.
Done. You see that? All right, somebody get hold on Job 18 and 5 and Job 21, 29 to 30. Okay. Now Esau, okay, trained them to do just that, kill and forget. Okay.
Well, that's he blessing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's his blessing, but he damn good at it.
You know? All right. So what they did, they recruit him from a young man. Okay, they run all kind of tests and thing on him, inject him with this and that, putting things to the brain. Okay, and guess what? Esau Edom put all these things in their movies and their TV shows. How they run tests on this individual, that individual.
That's recently inside the movie they told Taiwan, they show you that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Plus they put chips inside you.
I'm here in Canada.
Okay. To control you. To go left, go right, go straight, stop. You
I
know?
was concerned the other day with like, what's the name of the Canadian? Jimmy Fox.
All right. But we know Esau Edom naturally flicking wicked. We know that. This devil, this so-called white man, naturally wicked. Don't mind him acting like he's so cool, acting like he can't kill a fly. That's what the scripture say. Okay. Yeah, he can pay you now for you working with him or for him. He can pay that money. You see? But even while you working for him, the scripture said never trust thy enemy, boy, because that devil is our enemy. Okay. All right, this time is up. Okay. This time is right around the corner. All right.
This is Jeremiah 13 and 23. The devil not really wicked. Yeah, the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard change his spots. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. All right, that was in him. That was ever in him.
God.
That's his Lord.
That's it. The Most High program, not the inside him. Okay, just like how he's gonna program us. When he take out the stony heart and put in the heart of flesh, we can be programmed not to flick and go off. Okay, not to sin. All right, we can be programmed because we can have the new bodies. Okay, to go with the program.
Be like the Most High.
Right.
God like complex.
You know. Get Job 18 and 5.
This is Job chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
God, you see that? The light of the wicked shall be put out. So you devil, you have but a short time, boy. At the brother that's posted. Okay, on the common board. That's it. 21, 29. God.
It's Job 21 and 29. Have ye not asked them that go by the way? And do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
God. read that precept again, brother.
Have ye not asked them that go by the way? And do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
God. Right? They shall be brought forth for the day of wrath. Okay, so the Most High ain't gonna spare them, boy. All right, they have their reward. Okay, they live in their blessings now. Okay, so for all the wickedness and things that they are doing, they have done and are doing and are going to do, okay, they will be reserved for the day of wrath. Okay, you wouldn't escape that, Esau. You wouldn't escape that. Okay, you have a space force. Okay, thinking you can escape the missiles. The Most High can program you all to kill each other anyhow. Okay.
Yeah, it says the global elite had been planning to unleash the climate hoax and depopulate the world for decades, long before most people had any idea of the agenda. Spencer and his colleagues were foot soldiers in the war against humanity.
God, you see that?
Nah, he dead.
Nah, he dead, right? You see? So the global elites been planning this thing from years and years. The world don't even know what's going on. Okay? They have all kind of shit what's going on, but pedophilia. okay, child trafficking, okay, and they have an epidemic of child trafficking. You see that?
All it is bread and circuses. People fail to entertain.
And that's it. Okay, they what they did is they created a whole lot of hacks or hoax. Okay, they put uh what the girl name? Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, put her up, because something must be happened out, something she must be break a nail or something. Okay, they put that out there to get the people distracted. Or with a whole slew of other things to keep you distracted. Okay. What the hell CNN and KTL and all them putting Kim Kardashian on TV while war was going on? While they pushing a crown royal, another crown royal.
But only Babylon can all of that,
And that's it.
Inside those eastern countries like Russia and China and things. Look at when you
In
go
Africa?
when you look at, like, if you have satellite television or so, look at how what their news is covering, and look at what Babylonian news is covering. Two completely different
That's
things.
it.
All kind of worldwide.
Them over there, they preparing their people for war.
Mhm.
Even in the odds what they running, is more or less okay. You have to prepare for this. That's what you do in the case of that. Only in Babylon they running on a whole rainbow shit.
God. See, over there in Africa, okay, they running real shits. What's going on? What's going on now? Babylon running. If you was a man, if you want to be a woman, you could be that. If you were married to sea, you could marry the sea.
That's what the brother Yoram going into today. How they try to chastise this gynecologist because he refused to work on a male.
You see?
Who pretending to be a female.
Right.
They call them the fakies.
I being a gynecologist, I deal with women. What the hell? You know what I mean? Well, I ain't looking at no other man. That ain't my profession. You know what I mean? All right. That's it. But we don't want to know.
Only in Bible. I got sent a video, and it was a man from the Middle Eastern part. He said they 9-year-old boys, and on their side is more man than 25-year-old men in Babylon. And they say, you think we want to teach our young men the ideologies what y'all teaching them? They say, say how y'all could try teach kindergarten children and about sex. Y'all teaching them about organs where they don't even know what they're good for. What you teaching them those things for? And then you over sexualizing, your children. And when they get older, they know about sex, but they don't know about life.
Exactly.
You see?
And that's just Babylon. Okay, Babal means confusion.
You know what it is? What they did? That shameful spewing on Babylon glory. That's what it is.
They calling them out for their bullshit.
That's it.
Right, I see, man. Even you had the president over there, one of them African country. America wouldn't send them aid because they wouldn't allow the men to go in another man's rear end. That's the only reason why they ain't sending them aid.
That's what they try to do. Yeah. And they try to do they diplomats, tell the diplomats, you gotta be inside a same sex marriage, but Jamaica gunfire on them for that.
Yeah.
And now they blacklisting Jamaica.
Yeah. And only over here in the Bahamas, they say, they say it's better in the Bahamas.
You all see the Salakia, the picture where they post up when they had an expo at the college of the Bahamas.
Oh, I see that. I see that.
Alfred says, right?
No, Dwayne Sands.
Dwayne Sands, Salakia, Dwayne Sands. And the person who they had circled was a male, but he looked like a girl.
As I say, everybody would say he's the conch snack.
Yeah, the conch snack.
Oh, the conch snack. Oh.
Big and bold.
Yeah. Yeah, this the brother Kaza one say Nahum, post Nahum 3 and 4. Because the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee. I am against thee, said the Lord. All right. Behold, I'm against thee. Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
That's it. That's it.
Right, and we saying that now in the case with Africa, they ain't saying Africa no aid because the president refused to damn bring that law where a man could live with another man. That's shit.
That's it. That's abomination. That's filth. You know.
Done. All right, back in the article, right? It says, as it turned out, Spencer was out by a few years only, but there is plenty of evidence to prove the cabal was planning to unleash COVID on the world in 2017, but they had to delay their plans following the election of Trump in 2016.
God, you see that? The cabal, basically the elites, okay? A group of individuals who come together to make a decision on how you should live. Okay? All right. So you see, they had plans to release this thing, Crown Royal, back in 2017. But you know what they did too? They ran a simulation back in 2017. That's what they did. Okay. When we went into the lesson the killer T cells, okay, we brought that out how they went and do a simulation in 2000 in October 2017 of the Crown Royal and how it would affect people and all that. Okay, so that's what they did. You see? So now they're coming back again with Crown Royal 2.0. Okay, because Fauci, okay, that next devil, all right, that's what he hinting right now. Even as he hinted back then, saying about a surprise outbreak. Okay.
All right, back in the article, it said Caitlin George, a former president of the Club of Rome and a former executive director of the United Nations, admitted as such. We made a video about it recently. All right, check it out.
Done.
Right, it says, and if that isn't enough for you, the evil Dr. Mengele of our times, Anthony Fauci,
Yeah.
was also caught bragging about a surprise virus scheduled for 2017.
You see that? Okay. And with this article, it have a video attached there. Okay. Or you could just Google this and find out. Okay. This is from the people's voice or something like that. Okay. And hey, you could just go on YouTube, go on Rumble, and you could just type it in. Okay. Former CIA on his admit on his deathbed. Okay. All right.
All right. Says according to Spencer, these surprise outbreaks and current events are not a coincidence, but parts of a decade-long plan to bring about a depopulated post-industrial society in which the elites lock up and degrade humanity in vast open-air prisons.
Gun. Lockdowns. Okay. Right. There's more on that.
Yeah. It says the cabal have been perfecting systems of depopulation for decades, according to Spencer, who warns that the population collapse in the Western world will be reaching critical levels by the early 2020s. All right. According to Spencer, the elites have a huge event planned for 2024 that will alter the course of mankind's future, the creation of a one world government, a new world order.
Done. All right. That's it for 2024. Okay. So now he basically is saying, get ready for 2024 because billions and billions of people is going to die. Okay. And with that, Esau Edom, okay, he's going to try to usher in usher in one world government. Okay. So if this is true, then that means that their infrastructure is set and ready to go. Okay, ready to go online, ready to go live. Okay, all right, following with the mandates of everybody. Okay, getting that CF.
Then in 2024, January, when they we're going to discontinue the use of the trading in the petrodollar, I think.
That was supposed to be from June 1st, and then they pushed it back to September.
January 2024.
Got it. You see. So when you look at it, right, from all the information we'll be being bringing out, okay, notice they are every country right now in the world is dealing with CBDCs, whether they run in pilot or whether that's what they're dealing with now. Okay. Then Bill Gates came with the one world ID. Okay. Then you have the world off. Then you have the world coin. It's a lot.
Just invest some money into that. I think a couple billion into that.
You see? All right.
And they have incentive who decides
You know? Okay. So right now, like I said, okay, the sea hip is here. No doubt that is here. Okay. When they ready the mandate that, okay, they're gonna bring hell on the earth, and then everybody, you know how these people go in panic, okay, running around with their head between their legs, they didn't know what to do. This is not and all that. So many people gonna die. People gonna be confused, you know, and then the government will say, look here, they have to step in. All the governments of the world gotta come together and form this one world government so that everybody could be in order. And the only way to do that is the ship everybody.
Form the image.
And
Right.
You know, and there's so much different things what ties into that too. But
All right. All right. God, so everything is going to be on the CF. Everything. Okay, your whole life. It's going to be on that. Okay, just look at the social credit score what's going on in China. Okay, look at that, and that's coming to Babylon. All right. So as the scripture says, if not, where and who is he? Okay, because Esau Edom is the flicking devil. According to Job 9:24. Okay, going to get 2 Thessalonians 2 and take it out that way straight to the thing.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. For the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. Verse 4.
That's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Chapter 2. And
Verse 3.
verse 3. Sorry. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there be a falling away. Sorry, except there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition,
Speaking about Esau Edom.
who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Done. All right. Only him one doing that. Okay, you could Google Jesus, see what image come up. Google Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, see what image come up. Google God, God, see what image come up. Okay, read on.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, that- and now you know, what withhold it, that he might be revealed in his time.
That he might be revealed in his time. Okay, and surely this devil ain't slowing down. He's being revealed. Okay, read on.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. All powers are nine wonders.
God speaking about Esau, Edom. Okay, because now he can come with this fear and say, man, that could save you. Okay, because during this time, okay, keep in mind now, you can have all these different atrocities going on around the world. Okay, and the people ain't gonna be shaken. Okay, so he's gonna come with a solution, saying, look, he could save you by this. Okay, because people are gonna be flicking hurting. Just take this and then you'll be all good. Okay, all right. He can show you lying wonders. Okay, he can show you false signs. Okay, which is false hope. All right, and then he can give you that thing. Read on.
With all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Gone. Okay, so he's coming with all deceivableness, being the devil himself, because the word devil is deceive. Goes back to deceiver. Okay, so he's coming with all deceivableness of all unrighteousness. Okay, just like how he come on to deceive the people now, the little children. You could be whatever you want to be. If you was a girl, you could be a boy. If you was a boy, you could be a girl. Okay, you could declare yourself as a girl. Okay, deceiving them. All right, and with the parents, they all they say like, yeah, that's their life. You know, I ain't getting in that. All right. Then you hear Jake will say something stupid like, well, as long as they don't come my way, you know, they could do whatever they want to do. But you make yourself abominable too when you agree with that. Okay, so therefore you will face the sword as well. Okay. So yeah, man. They say because they receive not the love of the truth. Okay, the truth will be given them now. The word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, that they might be saved. Okay, but Esau is gonna come with that sea up and say, man, look, this is gonna save you. Okay, Yahweh Shai said that he what lose his life for my name's sake shall
He that loses his life for my sake
shall gain it, right? Okay, but them they ain't losing their life for the Lord. They seeking to save their life, which is gonna cause them to lose their life. All right. So yeah, man. Lord will, that was edifying.
All right. So yeah, man. The last in here. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit now. You know, we're going into a little bit of prophecy, a little bit of what's happening, you know, in the earth. But like I said, we can switch it up now. All right. We're gonna go into this word, you know, it's in for these heathens, not the 2/3 of our people. All right. So yeah, man, Lord willing, you know, this lesson be edifying. Okay. So as you read, or when you began to read in the book of Ezekiel, all right, from chapter 40 straight on down to 47, all right, uh, it's pretty much going into the restoration of the temple during the time of the Persians, all right, and you could read that in the book of Ezra and Nehemiah, okay. So here it is, the angel is given Ezekiel, the measurements and the blueprint of the layout of everything. So this is the angel. We're gonna go into the angel now, giving Ezekiel, the blueprint and the measurement of the temple. Now this here is symbolically speaking as well. It's speaking about the physical temple, all right, and it's also speaking about the spiritual temple, which is us, all right, dealing with this truth, with this gospel, all right. So as this lesson goes on, you can keep hearing me say, if the heathens couldn't partake in the physical temple, all right, what make you think they could partake in the spiritual temple?
God.
All right, and there's a clear difference. All right, so if someone could grab the book of Ezekiel, chapter 42, let's pick it up at verse 15. We can read from 15 to 20.
Ezekiel 42 and 15 reads, Now when he had made an end of measuring the inner house, he brought me forth toward the gate, whose prospect is toward the east, and measured it round about. He measured the east side with the measuring reed, 500 reeds, with the measuring reed round about. He measured the north side, 500 reeds, with the measuring reed round about. He measured the south side, 500 reeds, with the measuring reed. He turned about to the west side and measured 500 reeds with the measuring reed. He measured it by the four sides. It had a wall round about, 500 reeds long and 500 broad, to make a separation between the sanctuary and the profane place.
Right, and that's the point right there. Okay, and that profane place, as a matter of fact, when you look up that word profane, it goes into profaneness, commonness, all right, unholy, profane. All right, so that remind me of this scripture. Someone grab the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 1. All right, because here, all right, with this measurement, all right, is to separate or to make a difference, but it says to make a separation between the sanctuary and the profane place. All right, so we're gonna see who's profane. All right, now we know Esau is profane, but there's some other people who is profane as well. All right, so let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 1.
This is Revelation 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Right, okay, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod. You see that? The same thing we just read back in the book of Ezekiel. Okay, and that reed is a what? Is a measuring tool. Read it again, brother.
Right. Revelation 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Right, and measure the temple of God. All right, and the altar, and them that worship therein. So that's everyone who is worshiping Yahbashim Yahushai in spirit and in truth. All right, and that's everyone who is under the protection of the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read verse 2, brother.
Verse 2. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under the foot 40 and 2 months.
Right, but the key thing here is, these heathens now is outside the temple.
God.
All right, which means what? That they are profane.
Exactly.
Okay, So guess what? This is dealing with the physical temple. All right. So if they couldn't enter into or partake in the physical temple, all right, what makes you think they could partake in the spiritual temple?
God.
My point
That's
exactly.
it.
So now let's go back to that point now in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 42 and 20 again, brother.
He measured it by the four sides. It had a wall round about 500 reeds long and 500 broad. 500 broad. To make a separation between the sanctuary and the profane place.
Right. So there's a separation between what is holy and profane, unholy, right?
God.
And that's what this word is doing.
That's it.
This word is making the difference between holy and unholy. All right. This word is making that clear separation. But check this, because this is this now. Keep in mind now, we talking about the building, spiritual and physical.
God.
Okay, let's go in the book of Amos. Let's see what he had to say. Let's get Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. All right.
Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up like it, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right. All right. All right. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and through this word, all right, the Lord is allowing us now to what? To repair the breach. All right, meaning the holes that is in the wall. So the hole that is in the wall is being built up and being repaired. And guess what? We are our stones.
God.
All right, that's being put in place. See what I said? We are that brazen wall that Jeremiah speak about.
God.
You see that? You see how it's speaking about the actual temple and the spiritual temple at the same time?
God.
All right, someone get me Job 11 and 6. All right, to give you the double meaning. All right, because wisdom is 2 and 2.
God.
It's the book of Job chapter 11 and 6. And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom,
Right, and that he would show thee the secret of wisdom. Right, check this.
that they are double to that which is to that which is.
Right. So I just give you the physical and the spiritual at the same time.
God.
All right. Finish read it out, brother.
Know therefore that Yahweh exacted of thee less than thine iniquity deserveth.
Right. So wisdom is double, and that's the point I wanted. So I show you the physical and the spiritual at the same time. All right, but let's continue on. Okay, so let's get Jeremiah chapter 1 and 18 to show you this brazen wall, to show you this building. Because again, this is as a matter of fact, before you read Jeremiah 1 and 18, someone get I think it's Ezra chapter 4. All right, Ezra chapter 4 and so like here, let me just prove that point quick to show you that. Or Nehemiah. You see? I think it's Nehemiah. When it says ye have nothing to do with this. Huh? All right, you know what I'm talking about, right? All right, let me try Ezra chapter 4. I think that's it. All right. Huh? You find it? All right, I think it's started Nehemiah chapter 4 and read from verse 1.
Okay, Nehemiah, this is Nehemiah 4 and 1. But it came to pass that when
All right.
San
All right, Khan Shalakia, that's Ezra chapter 4. Right, started 1. You can read 1 and 2. Ezra chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. Khan.
The book of Ezra chapter 4. You got it up? It's the book of Ezra chapter 4, starting at verse 1.
Yeah, started 1.
Now then the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of captivity builded the temple unto Yahweh power of Israel. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you. For we seek your power, as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assur, which brought us up hither.
Right, read.
But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto our Yahweh, our power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, had commanded us.
Right. You see that? Again. So the heathens ain't had nothing to do with the temple then and couldn't partake in the physical temple. How much more now?
God.
You see what I said? All right.
That's why we don't worship the Edomites.
Right. Okay. Now let's go back to Jeremiah now, chapter 1 and verse 18. Have you not finished with that?
And this is Jeremiah 1 and 18. For behold, I have made this day a defense city, and an iron pillar and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land.
Right. All right. That's why in the book of Proverbs it says that the name of Yahweh is a strong tower and the righteous run it into it and is safe. All right. So we have to run into the protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is what? Within this word. All right. Which is within this knowledge. All right. And that's making a separation. All right. That's why Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20 say what? To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. All right. Meaning what? That they are profane. All right. So even your church pastor, right? Well, who ain't speaking according to this word? They outside the temple. They're profane. Because remember now, this word is the one with making the separation. This is separating between holy and unholy. All right. So 2/3 of our people is profane as well. As a matter of fact, let's Google the word profane. All right.
They are more profane than righteous.
Right. All right. Let's Google the word profane. Someone.
Profane, not relating to that which is sacred or religious.
Right. You see that? Not relating to that which is sacred or religious. Right. Let me see something.
Right. It says,
As I want you to go down to the thing. I'm right. All right. No. Right. So you can break down the word. The origin. Read from the origin. Right.
right.
What this now?
The origin, it says late Middle English in the sense heathen. From Old French, profane, from Latin profanus, outside the temple.
Right.
Not sacred.
Salakia, right? Now, it can break down the word, right? You're going to break down the word profane, which is what? Pro, which means before.
God.
Right? Then phantom, right?
God.
Which is temple.
God.
Right? And then when it put them two together, right? Profane, it says what? Before the temple. All right. All right. So profanus, pro and fanus salakia, which mean outside the temple, not sacred. Right? And like I stated earlier, 2/3 of our own people is outside the temple. That's because they are profane.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, because they engage in the doctrine of Esau.
that's it. Okay. So, so the Lord is making a clear separation of who is serving Him and who's not serving Him. Right.
So it could be safe to say that the reason why it wasn't that particular power wasn't measured because where's so much profane people out there. So it don't make no sense measuring the profane people.
That's it. Because the word is going to do that. You see? All right, Salaki, brother. All right, so this is who's going to be within the protection within the temple. Those who speaking 100% truth. They're going to receive the protection. Everybody else is outside the temple. All right, bring your precept, brother.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, okay, who for one morsel of meal sold his birthright. Okay? So Esau is a profane person. He brought us this Christian doctrine. Okay, so this doctrine that has been given to the two-thirds by Esau, okay, is outside of the temple. Okay, place those two-thirds outside of the temple of the Most High. Right.
Right, so you got Esau, the 2/3 of our people in the other nations.
Right.
All right, this ain't for them.
Right. Hey, brother, for you, I don't know if I could bring out some of these synonyms of profane.
All right, go ahead, brother.
This is some of the synonyms of profane. It says secular, meaning not connected with religious or spiritual matters.
Really?
It says temporal, worldly, earthly, unsanctified, irreverent, ungodly, godless, disrespectful, irreligious, and unbelieving.
That's it.
It's a lot, right? Just one of those synonyms is temporal, right? And what do Christians seek? The temporal things.
Right, the things that's the things that are within the earth.
Exactly.
They want
Right.
tangible things.
Right. We break down the word temporal. It says relating to worldly as opposed to spiritual affairs.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, that's why anytime you hear these so-called prophets, they say, "Man, I see you 10 years from now in
Yeah.
a big house and with a lot of money and cars and all that." It always things that within the earth,
Right.
temporal.
That shows a lot of things.
Right.
They want tangible things.
That shows that they are profane.
God.
They're outside the temple because they ain't speaking according to this word. And we already know, according to Ezekiel 48:20, the Lord is making a separation.
God.
All right.
And the thing that added that too, right? See, of course, they can seek the temporal things because the God what they worship, okay, is outside the temple.
That's it. Profane. All right, let's get Isaiah. All right, 58:10.
And this is Isaiah 58:10. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday.
Right. All right. So the Lord has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light, into this knowledge, this
Right.
wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, into his holy temple. All right. And now we are sanctified through his word. Okay, because we're going to speak according to this word. So, Lord willing, we be a part of that temple.
Right.
You see that? All right, read on, brother.
God. Isaiah 58:11. And Yahweh shall guide thee continually and satisfy thy soul in drought and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters fail not.
Read.
And they shall be of thee, shall build the old waste city, to build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the branch of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in.
Right. So, again, if the heathens couldn't go into the sanctuary of the actual temple, right? How much more the spiritual temple that are being built right now?
Yeah.
They can't partake in this. No. The 2/3 can't partake in this. Nope. You know, this ain't for them. You see that? Huh?
You're not in it.
That's it. They ain't in this. Nope. All right, and they have multiple precepts to back that up. All right, someone get 1 Corinthians 3:9. All right, then someone grab Ephesians 2:19. All right.
1 Corinthians 3:9.
Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians 3:9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building.
You see that? And who Paul is speaking to? He's speaking to the Israelites in Corinth.
God.
In particular, the elect. Ye are God's building. You see that? To them that believe and know the truth.
That's it.
All right. The holy. Okay. What is right? Let's get Ephesians 2 and 19.
Ephesians 2 and 19. Now therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of power.
Right. So now we are partakers of that sanctuary. You see that? All right. So what I can do, right? We can get a little bit history. Okay. I can send you the link, brother. All right. We can get a little bit of history of what was happening. Okay. Because let's bear with me 1 minute there. Okay. Sorry, brother. We can go to the Benson commentary.
Ezekiel 42
Right.
and 19.
Right, because what is happening here, right? These are Israelites that are in a Gentile state of mind. All right. Just read that piece there with the Benson commentary.
Ezekiel 42. This is the Benson commentary. It says, it had a wall round about, meaning to defend it from being invaded or profaned. Such a square wall as is here described seems only capable of a mystical sense and interpretation to make a separation between the sanctuary and the profane place. Between that compass of ground which was included in the precincts of the temple and was considered as consecrated to Yahweh, and where it was not permitted either the heathen, strangers, or impure persons to present themselves, and that place here termed profane, which all the world might enter indiscriminately, men, women, pure, impure, Gentiles, and others. We learn from Josephus that such a place of separation existed at the temple in his time.
Right. That's speaking about the actual temple. Right. So if the actual temple, right, if the heathens couldn't access the actual temple, how much more the spiritual temple that we are building? You see that?
Right.
There's a wall,
All right.
a wall that separates us from so that the profane was not even allowed near the temple.
That's it.
God.
Or something, right? But the profane place, everybody could have passed through the profane place, but only a select few could have entered into the temple.
Right. And when you read Ezekiel chapter 40, straight on to chapter 47, the angel is giving you the layout, basically, of the kingdom of
God.
heaven,
God.
of the temple.
Right.
All right.
Mhm.
You see that? So it's the same thing. And we are that spiritual temple. All right. But they can take it a step further to further prove to you, you understand that this truth ain't have nothing to do with these church pastors, okay, and these heathens. All right. And these damn Christians, right? But check this out, right? All that Ephesians 2 and 19, and someone grab Lamentation 1 and 10. Okay? Check this out.
Ezekiel 2:19.
No. Lamentation 1 and 10.
Done. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 1 and verse 10. It reads, the adversary had spread out his hand upon all the pleasant things, for she had seen that the heathen entered into her sanctuary, whom thou didst command that they should not enter into thy congregation.
Right. And that's forever, according to the law in Deuteronomy chapter 23.
Done.
So these heathens can never enter into this truth.
All right.
They profane.
God.
All right. And two-thirds of our people join them on this side. But the two-thirds of our people are profane or unholy at this time.
God.
All right. Now let's go back to that Ephesians 2 and 19.
Make yourself uncircumcised, make a covenant with Eden.
That's it.
That's it.
Ephesians 2 and 19. Now therefore ye are no longer strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of power.
Right. Okay. And that's why those Jews, you know, those Jews at that time, they was upset with Paul. All right. Because Paul was bringing in those Israelite foreigners. All right. Those Jews was like, you know, man, these Gentiles. You see what I saying? But guess what? They repented and they started to come back to their custom and heritage. But those Jews at that time, all right, they was like, man, it ain't no repentance for them. They heathens, you know. They was looking at the Israelite foreigners like they was already cut off. You see, and not coming and ain't no coming back for them. But through Yahweh Shai, we have grace, man, and the new covenant and mercy. And we all are called back because the promises apply to all 12 tribes. You see that? That's what those Jews didn't understand at that time. That's it. Let's read on, brother. Read straight on down to 22.
Verse 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh and Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in Yahweh, in whom ye are also builded together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit.
Right. So we are that temple now. God. Because each piece of us each piece of us is a stone. God. You see what I saying? And so again, if no heathen, all right, could have gone in the physical temple back then, how much more this spiritual temple? That's it. They have no part in this. Bring the priest there, brother.
First Peter chapter 2, verse 4 and 5.
Right.
To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of man, but chosen of power and precious for his price. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and an holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to power by Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach.
Right. Like I was saying, each one of us is a stone that's being repaired in the wall. All right. So we are the preachers being repaired.
Right.
See what I said? All right. To separate holy from the profane. See that? It's clear as day. Go ahead.
The scripture the brother brought out just now, that word lively that goes heavy, right? Watch this, right? It says to live, breathe, be among the living. In bracket, they have not lifeless, not dead.
That's it.
Because we've been cooking.
That's it. So we alive.
That's it. All right. So these heathens again don't have nothing to do with this. Two-thirds of our people, they ain't have nothing to do with this. They're gonna remain in that darkness until the Most High come call them out of that darkness into his marvelous light. But until then, they profane.
Right.
Right. So let's get our Revelation 22 and 14. Right?
God. This is Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Right. You see that? So we have to be obedient to this word. All right. You got to continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandment and have faith in Yahweh Shai. All right. But this is the point here. Read the next voice, brother.
God, verse 15. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and make it a lie.
Right. You see that? And now go heavy there, brother. But I want you look up one or two words in there, right? Right. It said, read that again slowly.
God, Revelation 22 and 15.
What is?
For without,
Right. For without. Right. Meaning outside the temple or profane.
God,
All right. Now let's look up that word dog, right?
Word dog. Kuon. A kuon. Metaphorically, a man of impure mind, an impudent man.
Right. That's why the Lord say what? Do not give that which is holy unto the dogs.
God,
All right. So this is showing you that men are being compared to as dogs.
God,
All right. So we have desire the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not our own.
that's it.
All right. But read that one more time, brother. That's
God,
a lock here, for 15 again.
Revelation 22 and 15. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and make it a lie.
Right. So all these are outside of the temple, which are profane. You see that?
That's it.
All right. Now let's go into some of these words now.
Yeah, I see if you want to bring out a different translation.
You could bring that out in a different translation, but let's get these words first, and then you could do that.
What do you want next? Sorcerers.
Uh, there he is now. Yeah, let's look up sorcerers, homongers, murderers, idolaters.
Sorcerer is pharmakos. And we know that's close to the word pharmakia.
God.
Pertaining to magical arts. Basically, like voodoo, Hinduism, and taboo, and all those different shit.
Right. And the scriptures say what? Suffer of which not to live.
That's it.
So that one, you could scratch that one off the list.
You know that.
Or whoremongers or pornos. You hear what that close to porn. A man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire, a male prostitute, a man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse, a fornicator. The strongest definition for that, a prostitute, that is a debauchee, a fornicator, a whoremonger.
All right.
Murderers is fornioshe, a murder or homicide. That goes without, that's straightforward.
All right. And the scripture said, thou shalt not kill.
God.
Or thou really is thou shalt not murder.
Idolater is idolatress, a worshiper of false gods, idolater, and that's a lot of these people in the Christian faith.
Right. So that's why I say, man, these Christian pastors, and the majority of all of these damn Christians. All right.
Used of anyone, even Christian, participant in any way in the worship of the heathen, especially one who attends their sacrificial feasts and eats of the remains of offered victims. And you know that sacrificial feast is like these so-called holidays,
Right.
like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all those different days.
Yeah. Right. So you see, they outside the temple. Right.
It also says here an idolater is an image or servant worshiper.
Right. All right. That's it. Right. And then it says, and love it who make it a lie. You coming up against his truth. You speak one word against his truth. Your doctrine ain't lining up with his truth. Outside the temple.
Those who call evil good and good evil.
Right. Right.
The easy English goes into that.
All right. You could bring it in translation.
Easy English translation for Revelation 22 and 15 says, but these people must stay outside the city. People who like to do what is bad, people who do magic, people who have sex with someone who is not their husband or their wife, people who do murders, people who worship false gods, everyone who enjoys saying what is not true, and everyone who enjoys doing what is not honest.
God.
It says here, the BBE, outside are the dogs, and those who make use of evil powers, those who make themselves unclean, and the takers of life, and those who give worship to images, and everyone whose delight is in what is false.
Right. So you see that? So again, all right, that's why 2/3 of our people can't come into this truth. All right. And that's why all of these heathens can't get it at all. All right. That's because they're profane. They're outside of the temple. All right. All right. We got this here is a spiritual work we doing. So again, if they couldn't access or partake in the physical temple, they damn sure as hell ain't partake in the spiritual temple.
God.
All right. So Lord willing, you know, you hope that this lesson was edifying. You know, all right, bring
I
your
just want
precept.
to put this scripture in there, the precept in there. This is First Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that he should shew forth praises of him who had called you out of the darkness into this marvelous light.
Right. So again, we all are those lively stones.
God.
All right. Once we are within that temple. All right. Yeah, man. Anybody got anything? You know, make a statement or say something before we hear that. Yeah, man. So with that, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakodash, Shalom, and the Bad Baba. Shalom.